Everything is perfect.
Apart from the timing.
Yeah, yeah. We have missed 5 minutes, but it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, finally, we are on air today with us. Wait a second, I have to introduce you the best way. Today with us is Giacomo Arcano. He is growth hacker of blockchain, and we are going to talk about low touch economy today. The word is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So thank you guys. And I'm really happy to be with you guys. It's a long time I don't see you. Maybe the last time was in blockchain Russia, I don't know.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes, you're
yes.
completely right. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a nice party. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the low touch economy, the so-called low touch economy. That's because it's not strictly connected to the blockchain world. It's more connected to the digital world, especially today that Zoom has been capitalized more than General Motors. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, because the COVID-19 has shaped our life, has shaped our life during the health crisis, but what the most of us hasn't understood yet is that the once the health crisis will be finished, the COVID-19 will shape forever the way we eat, the way we work, the way we take care about our body, the way we manage our health, and the way we go to school, everything. So if we prepare ourselves to these changes, we'll be rich. I don't know. I know that it's not about money, but we are here. Everyone is here for that. So, um,
Explain how to do that to get rich. Everybody on earth. Yes, it's very interesting.
yeah, yeah. We want to change the world, but you cannot change the world if you have not the to pay the tickets for the flight. So, yes. Anyway, if we understand how the world will be shaped by COVID-19, we can skyrocket your business. Our business, we can um, manage our new investments, and we can get out the most about our investments. So let me go ahead with the topic. It's about 10 shifts in this economy that will change us forever. And it's there will be more anxious and lonely people, just considering the older ones. There will be also a damaged trust in the hygiene. There will be the travel restrictions. I flew from London to Italy. It took 4 hours of checkpoint fever. It been really hard. Optimizing work from home. We'll see that later, and other shifts. So we're going to analyze right now. So let me go ahead with the first one I mentioned, which is the anxiousness and loneliness. So there's an application like BetterHelp on the app that helps you to find the perfect consultant for your pathology. It's a psychiatrist and psychologist. Before the app, and before the COVID, you used to go to the psychologist next to your house, maybe 10 kilometers to not be spotted by others in the waiting room. But right now, you can select the specific psychologist for your specific pathology online with a cost reduction, because you no longer have to take the car, you no longer have to be stuck in traffic, you no longer have to book like a week earlier. You just select the best one. If you have a pathology, I don't know, with any kind of disease, you can select your perfect therapist. And this app existed before the COVID, but right now has exploited. And everyone has noticed that you no longer have to have a person in front of you. Yes, it's better. So with Sergey, we have a lot of drinks together. We cannot have a drink right now, but it will be a leisure to have a psychologist in front of you and speak with her in front of you. I mean, in personally. So if you have a low budget, you can always select this option. And the more anxious people, the more lonely people will skyrocket these kind of businesses, and the coachings as well, and also the game. I play Call of Duty like everyone does, I think, and 50 million of people connect to servers has exploited. So that's why if you have to decide whether to go with your friend to drink some beers or stay home to play Call of Duty, you need to put the mask. There's a waiting room. The waiting line it's really long time. So you prefer to stay home and play a Call of Duty. I know it's weird, and now in this particular period with the health crisis, it's been um, augmented, so will decrease in the next months, but it will stay here with us for a long, long time, this fear to go out. So, and the second thing is damaging trust and hygiene, and this problem will create new business, like a new way to pack the things. I don't know if you ever noticed that when you buy something in the pharmacy, there's a strange packaging that doesn't allow even the worker to touch inside the packaging, and not even you to touch with your hands. So also some food in London with Deliveroo are made like that, and there's a specially company that building packaging like that. And also in China, the Chinese Deliveroo will show you the rider with the with kind of if with a bike or with a motorcycle, and the temperature. Yes, because if you see that the temperature is higher than normal, you will not charge it if you refuse to be the package to be delivered by that driver.
It's already
So
exist in China. It's
yeah,
all
yeah, already exists. I
wow.
don't remember the app. I will share with you maybe later, so I will comment on YouTube.
Mhm.
So yes, this is going to happen because if you don't want to be contaminated, so China are using those kind of methods. Also, the every time someone finish to eat, the table must be cleaned, but the price of the dinner still the same. So who lost? The restaurant owner. So it's going to be crazy for this kind of business. The other thing is the extended travel restriction. So people like us that was used to take like one flight every 2 to 3 days to be stuck in their home and in their city for a long, long period of time. It's kind of crazy. But I just took a couple of flights, and from London to Shanghai, it cost $6,000. I don't know if it's changed in the last week, but it's like $6,000 for economy class for a one way. I know it's crazy. It will
Yeah.
decrease. Yeah, will decrease, but it took like 4 hours for the checkpoint. Or a lot of people is involved in the security, um, so that's why people will start to travel inside his country. That's why I'm here in my grandparents' old house, 200 years old house. Look, I just placed the TV here, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, it's like with the ancient paints and stuff like that, because I'm stuck in here. But next week I will go to visit Rome. I will stay in my country and visit my country, and it's not only me, even my partner Giovanni and Eloisa will travel with me all the way to Italy, because we cannot get out from the country. So the new luxury escapes will be the rural ones. So in the campaign, and I'm here in a wonderful place with the vines, wine, and yeah, it's wonderful. So I started to appreciate the beauty of my city, of my country. So it's been really cool. And yes, so the new luxury escapes will not be the Seoul or Singapore in the Dubai or Dubai Marina, but will be your country. I mean, I think for the next 6 months will be like that. And so we need to consider that if you have a business that involves the travel. So, and another thing is the business of working home business, the remote business. So I
No,
haven't.
it's our business. Our business is not go to the events. Our business is go to the through this Zoom. Yeah, I don't know why, how it's happening, but it's already happens. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really unbelievable what will happen. So I bought like $2,000 of stuffs, like lights. So I have these lights. So I just turn off and my face just went.
The same
Yeah,
story.
it's like
Yeah.
the same story. So I haven't the green screen, but if I turn off the lights, it changes everything. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I also bought a microphone with condensation and all the just to set up my office right here. So it changed everything. I need to buy the insonorization panels and stuff like that. Yes, because it's really important when you have a call that the on the other end the people clearly hear you, clearly see you, to listen to your voice and with no buzz, no popping. So this business has changed. In Amazon, everything is out of stock. So um, the special equipment, video, audio, and so we will save some money in luggages and spend more on by recreating a studio in every house we have around the world. So also internet in Italy is a problem because I had to put the antennas and parabolics. I don't know how I was called, but the paddles on the to take the internet directly from the satellite. So
You know,
it's kind of
actually, no, it
crazy.
happens, but now you have very perfect connection. You,
Oh, good,
yeah,
good,
yeah. Now
good.
it's cool. Yes, it's really
Yeah, okay.
no interruption.
Good. So we are recreating the office at home. It's both ways cool and bad. It's cool because now we have more time for us. Will not be stuck in the traffic. We can stay home with our pets, with our children's. And just a friend of mine working in Armani, Giorgio Armani company, um, said me, Giacomo, you were right. The crisis has finished, so we can get back to work. But no one of the workers, after have experienced the remote working, wants to get back to work again in office in Milan. So I think that they will cut the wages, they will cut the salary, even the 30%. But to these people, they don't care about that. They want to stay home with their pets, working from home, having more time for themselves. And if they have more time for themselves, they will take care of about their body. I just bought some products from Aesop for eliminate the black circles and the wrinkles. So because I had time to do that. If you travel, you have no time to do that kind of things. But you have to consider all the things that will involve the COVID-19 revolution.
Giacomo,
So this,
please try to go to finish because we are running out of.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's finished. So there will be unprecedented level of unemployment in America, of course. But um, fortunately, we have the chance to for the digital to take over. Finally, people understood that the digital is the next big thing. But more than that, the cryptocurrency and the blockchain finally will find their space in this world. That's why every one of us are happy. We're passing from Audi to Ferrari, from Ferrari to Koenigsegg. So every one of us is happy. So I suggest you to follow us and to follow Sergey with all these stuffs to be updated on what will happen.
Yeah, for
Thank you.
sure. Key there, the digital is the key now to be stay connected and just don't go
Yeah.
so away. Yes, I'm very happy to see you. Now our conversation is over. Guys, please, I have to go out from the air now from YouTube. Okay, finally, we are broadcasting, and our guest today is Al Evers. He is managing partner as Portrero Capital, and he's talking about raising capital in a panic. The word is goes to your side. Just go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And yeah, obviously, we're in a strange new world. But if we look historically at things, obviously, it's a once in a century pandemic, but the fallout financially is a panic, which, if you look back, there's probably been about 5 serious panics in the last 200 years, and the economy miraculously healed itself after some years, right? So it may be a little bit scary in the beginning, and so what I want to just reach out to people and tell them, look, it's a panic, calm down, and things will go back to normal. Can I share my screen now? I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You have chances to.
All right. Okay. So let me go.
Go ahead.
Hang on.
In Zoom, on the button.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, it works. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Raising capital in a panic. It's a very good topic. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Because we are all in panic and we can't find a way how to engage the money. Really.
Yes, exactly. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so the start screen I have is, this is I don't even think the newspaper exists anymore, the Brooklyn Daily Eagle and Long Island News. And then this is from Thursday, October, I think it's 24th and 29, Wall Street in panic as stocks crash. But it's just interesting to look at some of the other, assassins trying to assassinate the Crown Prince of Italy. And then, just all of the, stocks crash, rush to sell, buildings lost, and so on. So, we've been here before, obviously. And then, just the dictionary word for panic, sudden uncontrollable fear or anxiety, often causing wildly unthinking behavior, which, if you look at what's happened in the last several months, it's a classic hallmark of a panic, right? And we go to, one of the, I think, hallmarks of this particular panic was Bill Ackman, was one of the big hedge fund guys who went on CNBC and was crying, the crocodile tears about, all hell's coming, breaking loose. At the same time, he was short in the market. So obviously, just like, there's a segment of the economy that makes money in bear markets and some make money in bull markets. So obviously, there are certain people that, desire to have a panic because, they've made bets like that.
We don't see another slide. We're just on the page 1. Is it correct?
Yeah. Well, no, it should be the third slide. So you're just on page 1? Oh, hold on.
Yes, I see only page 1. That's why.
Hold on.
Try to change it.
Yeah, hold on.
It's not working. You can unshare the screen and share it again back.
Okay. All right. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Stop. I'll say stop share. And then
yes, it's stop. Yes, now it works.
Oh, okay. Now you see the okay. What about hold on. Do you see it now?
Yes. Hell is coming.
Yes. So that's the third one. Okay. All right. And then just to kind of go back historically, right? Because a lot of people, they don't look at things from historical context. It's just, this year, next year, and last year, right? And maybe you might go back a few more years, but there's been 47 recessions since the founding of the United States. Basically, the economy crumbles and it rebuilds itself with astonishing regularity. But the real big panics where led to kind of depressions. There's one in 1819. There's 1837, and then 1873 was quite interesting because at that time there was a U.S. central bank. Obviously, the U.S. is on the Federal Reserve System, but there is the Bank of the United States. So the Panic of 1873 led to the dissolution of our first central bank. And we were without central banks for over 100 years. Basically, individual banks printed their own currencies. And we had about 300 different currencies circulated in the United States until the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1907.
Yeah.
So here are some panic rules I just wanted to share with people in terms of capital raise. You should always have about 12 months runway, and then that's in or out of panic. So if you come into a situation like now, you have enough runway, and I always say to entrepreneurs that are raising capital is the best time to raise capital is when you don't need it. So as soon as you finish a round, you want to reach out to your investors and say, look, I'm not raising capital now, but in about 12 months or 18 months, I'd like to come back and talk to you. That way you're fresh in their mind and you're not a new introduction. So when you actually ask for capital, they'll feel more comfortable because they'll have known you for a year or maybe 6 months. But that's the best remedy. And most of the successful capital raise that we see, they follow that trajectory. You also want to cast a wider net of potential investors. That includes not just traditional venture. You want to be speaking to family offices. You also want to be speaking with corporate investors. A good place to go is you go to a demo day like YC or like 500 Startups, and you just mingle. You just go around, you talk to people, you say, look, I'm not raising money now, but I'd like to raise some down the road. And you also want to include international investors. If I look back 20 years ago when I was raising capital as an entrepreneur, there was only one place to go. It was Sand Hill Road. And now you have venture clusters all over the world. And you may find some investors, they're interested in your geography and they may want to invest in you. So you want to cast a wider net and include international investors. And then, so in terms of fundraising, so we've raised capital for not just entrepreneurs, but the VC and private equity funds. And on average, those big funds that are bringing in, $1 billion, the fund manager, he manages a set of outside fundraisers, and they're all bringing deals to the table. They're bringing potential investors in. So, for a $1 billion fund, the portfolio manager, he'll probably speak to 1,000 investors, and out of the 1,000 investors, 40 or 50 might be interested, and he might end up with 20 LPs. Relax, breathe deeply, plan your summer holidays, you reach out to investors, and you tell them, hey, have a great summer, and let's connect after the holidays. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Very great speech. Very interesting. And actually, I have one question. Why you think that we have to spend at least 12 months till end of this pandemic, till end of this, not pandemic. It's not a pandemic. It's panic. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why 12 months? Maybe it's been earlier in earlier years, and now the situation has been changed.
Well, no. Well, so I say you bring 12 months, you have room, because you can get a deal done within 30 days, but to be safe, you want to have a 12-month runway just in case there's some hiccups down the road. It's just your prudent timing. But deals are getting done. One of the beautiful things about the pandemic, which no one foresaw, was that investors are investing over Zoom. That didn't happen before. You had to fly to the investors several times, meet them, waste a lot of time. And now, investors are making deals. And I think, Sequoia Capital, who's the gold standard, they said within the last last 2 months, they've done about 12 deals all on Zoom.
Because that capitals can't give us money via online. They have to give us the cash. And now we can live cashless. That's why it can be happen.
That's right. And the investors, they have to spend that money because they live off the carry. So if you have $100 million fund, you're doing 3 and 20, you're getting $3 million a year. If you don't spend that money, you don't get the 3%. So they have to spend that money. So before, they would put you through the hoops of coming to meet them, going out. But now, because of COVID, they're getting straight to the point.
Okay. Al, thank you. My pleasure to having you today. Yes, it's really respectful speech. Very interesting about panic, how our panic spread around the globe at this moment nowadays. Yes, I have to say you goodbye. Nice to meet you here. Yes, now we're going forward for startup.
Thank you. Let me show you my view. This is
for sure.
So I'm at the castle Burg Lichtenfels in northern Hessen in Germany.
Wow.
This is where I started my first company.
Yeah. Good. Now I'm going on from the
Perfect.
streaming. Yes.